This evening, York High School will be presenting information regarding their Senior Day of Service, a collective commitment in the York Zone. The York High School class of 2024 is supporting a collective commitment to support the York Zone through their Senior Day of Service. The class of 2024 demonstrated characteristics of future-ready graduates in the community by supporting students and teachers. York High achieved this by organizing collaborative activities throughout the entire York Zone, benefiting current students and future Falcons. To share more details and introduce the presenters is Dr. Shannon Butler, our principal at York High School. Dr. Butler.
Good evening, Dr. Shandor, parents, and members of the board. Starting in FY23, YCSD adopted a new strategic plan to guide our work and set our students up for success. One of our key priorities, collective commitment, is that students, staff, families, and community members are invested in student outcomes and actively engaged in meaningful collaborative relationships to support student success. At York High School, we set out to achieve this in a way that supported not only our current students, but also our future Falcons. Our seniors were able to demonstrate characteristics of future-ready graduates in the community while supporting the York Zone students and teachers. When they returned to YHS, the response was better than we could have ever imagined. The first Senior Day of Service was held this past October during the first half of the school day when our 9th, 11th, and some of our 10th graders were taking the PSAT. This idea was born from an example set by a school in Georgia, and we decided to launch it this year at York. I'm going to turn it over to Assistant Principal Courtney Smith-Copeland to share about the planning process and logistics of how we pulled off our first Senior Day of Service.
Good evening. Through collaboration with our other York Zone schools, we were able to identify areas of need and provide opportunities for our students to participate in community outreach while refining their own future-ready graduate skills. In preparation for this event, we consulted the strategic plan and worked on implementing Year 2 strategies to create positive experiences for all students by providing exemplary customer service in one of these three areas: teacher support, PBIS support, or academic support. We visited all senior English classes and explained the upcoming opportunity. We then created a Microsoft form and gave any senior that wanted to volunteer the opportunity to sign up and select a school and a focus area. We had 102 seniors sign up and participate in this activity. We reached out to admin at each York Zone school and communicated student interest and tasked them with assigning students within their own buildings. This service project aimed to offer meaningful engagement for high school, middle school, and elementary school students, catering to the unique needs of each site. Each student had their own takeaway from the event, but all were overwhelmingly positive. I'm now going to turn this presentation over to our 4 seniors to tell you about their experiences.
Hi, my name is Ramsey Pittman, and I am a proud Falcons senior. My classmates and I were excited about the opportunity to go to the elementary schools and the middle school when we signed up, but it was so much more than we expected. I was assigned to Seaford Elementary School, and when I arrived, I got paired with the kindergarten teacher. I met with the teacher before the students arrived, and we talked about the plan for the morning and what I was going to be responsible for. Once the students arrived, we had carpet time, and I got a chance to meet all of the students. For the next hour and a half, I worked one-on-one with different kids, helping them write both lower and uppercase letters using a whiteboard. They all got to roll the dice to pick a color, and we worked on writing their names. I loved seeing how excited they were when they got their name right, and you could tell how much they liked meeting older kids and working with us. This experience encouraged me to remain involved, and I am now part of the Mentorship Big Brother, Big Sister program with Yorktown Elementary, where we go twice a month to work with our buddies. Now I'll pass to Jeremy so he can tell you about his visit to DARE.
Thank you, Ramsey. As she shared, my name is Jeremy Green, and I had the opportunity to go back to my elementary school and work at DARE Elementary. When the group of us got there, we were first tasked with helping create banners and signs for the PBIS pep rally later that day. We were able to create a lot of signs for the teachers before the students even got there. At arrival, we got to form tunnels and welcome all of the students to school as they got off the buses and drop-off line. I was then assigned to work with Miss Reams's class, which was really cool for me because Miss Reams was my first grade teacher. I read "Oh, the Places You Will Go" by Dr. Seuss to the class. My favorite part of the experience was seeing the kids' reactions to us being there and how happy they were for us to be there.
Good evening. My name is Cadence Washington, and I traveled about with 25 of my classmates to Yorktown Elementary School. When we got there, we were all assigned to our teachers for the day. I met with my teacher, and we went over the lesson plan for the day, and then I got to work on a new bulletin board for the first grade hallway. About an hour later, all the students arrived, and we conducted their morning meeting. During that time, I read the book Verdi to the class, and then we got to discuss its message about being okay to grow up and that change can be a good thing. We then did our morning rotations, and I assisted at different tables. I was so impressed with the kids and their independence, respect, and honesty when they needed help. I will be going to college next year to study to be a pediatric dentist, and I think this opportunity helped me solidify my choice in working with kids. I was sad to leave when I had to, but I was able to go back to Dare Elementary School and help with their PBIS pep rally that day. I was able to talk to the kids about being a role model and being respectful. Mitchell's going to come up and share more about that part of our day. Thank you.
As Cadence said, my name is Mitchell Jones, and I am the commanding officer of the York High NJROTC. I, along with several other school leaders, got to go back to Dare on Senior Day of Service to speak to the students about being positive role models. We talked to them about service and serving others and how one nice thing a day can make a difference. In NJRTC, our mission is about serving the community, and this experience is what it's all about for us. I love interacting with the kids and talking about my own personal experiences and how what they do now can lead to rewards in the future. I really enjoyed talking with the students of Dare about how much they have to look forward to in the future as Falcons. As we leave York, the senior class wants to leave our mark and wants to support the York Zone in any way we can. We are all really excited about the opportunity to serve our community one more time before we graduate on June 8th. I will turn it back over to Dr. Butler to share our plans moving forward. Thank you.
So as you heard from our students, the York Zone is a very special place, and we love giving our students as many opportunities as we can to not only grow themselves, but to help grow the next set of future graduates. As we continue to work with York Middle with cross-curricular lessons and Yorktown Elementary with our mentorship program, we have planned an entire Senior Day of Service during the week of graduation on June the 4th. Our graduating seniors will have the opportunity to sign up to volunteer at all 4 of our zone schools for the day, as well as some local organizations and charities to leave a final mark on the community. At York, we have a collective commitment to our students and our entire Falcon community. Thank you very much, and we will take any questions that you may have.
Okay, well, I'll start. Would you make this program, how you've set it up, would you make it available to the other high schools in YCSD?
Absolutely. In fact, the PSAT, we had always planned to do this one coming up in June. The PSAT was a last minute kind of what are we going to do with all the seniors that's rewarding. We're like, let's try it now. So they've already reached out to me, and we are going to share all that information and hopefully start the trend.
There you go. Well, as you know, Bruton would do great with this, I think. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you.
Are there any more questions?
Just a comment. Great program. I love it. From the other ones, I know you talked about pediatric dentistry. Anybody looking at teaching?
That was what I was saying.
We actually did, a couple of the comments you got, we had some boys, some big tough boys get off the bus, and the first thing they said is, what do I got to do to be a teacher?
There you
So
go.
it was
Good job.
really rewarding. for them.
Excellent program. Thank you.
That's really nice. I know as a former classroom teacher, it was always helpful when I had high school students come in and read to students or help them with things that they were struggling with. So seeing that y'all are carrying that on is just wonderful. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Great job.
Thank you.